Good morning. It's bright and early on a Saturday morning, and I'm just having a little walk through the park because this weekend I'm on my way down to visit some friends in Sussex, and taking Henry with me, and we're catching the train. So yeah, we're heading down to it's called the Witterings, or there's East Wittering, and there's three villages: East Wittering, Bracklesham and West Wittering. So the main village is East Wittering, where I'll be mainly visiting, and then I shall be staying with some friends overnight in Bracklesham. So I'm going to take you along for the ride. One of the reasons we're going down is the local church down there is where my dad used to be. My dad used to live down there, so this is a trip that I've done many times, and stayed down in that village. So that's where he lived up until he passed away. And so yes, the local church there, which my dad attended, has now got a memorial garden that they're putting together. So I haven't seen it yet, and that's where we're going to bury my mum and dad's ashes eventually. So yeah, we haven't ever done anything with their ashes. So it'll be nice to have somewhere to put it that means something to them and us. And also my sister often is down in those villages as well, because she has a room there with a friend that she stays in quite frequently. So yeah, we have a bit of a connection with that village. And yeah, there's the memorial garden that they've put together has got a bench which has got a plaque dedicated to my dad and other people. So yeah, be interesting to go and see that. So I shall take you along for the ride, and I'll see you at the weekend takes us. So Henry's here doing his usual sniffs and walking through the autumn leaves, and yeah, he's got his coat on because it's quite cold today. So we're just gradually heading towards the tube station to catch the tube to Victoria to catch our train to. So the train is to Chichester, and then we'll be getting the bus from there down to East Wittering. But yeah, it's a regular journey that I've done in the past. Right, so I'm here at Victoria. Just going to head over. That's my pret-a-manger just over there. Oh, the bus is in the way. Where I'm going to go and grab some coffee and some breakfast, and then head on to the train. Right, so I have to admit it's quite difficult to film when I've got a coffee in my hand, a dog, a camera, anything else. So yeah, just walking around the side. So this is my tip for what I always do when I'm in Victoria. So I always have a little walk round so that Henry can have a bit more of a chance for a relief. There he is. And yeah, so I always walk around the outside of Victoria after grabbing a coffee, and go in the side entrance there, which is right near the high-end platforms that I need for Chichester. So I've got a few minutes to wait, so I'm just going to head in and see if the platform's up yet. So Victoria is actually quite empty this morning, not too busy. It is still only 8 o'clock in the morning, but yeah, I just thought I'd show you the inside, because it's actually opened up and it's got a nice roof. And then they're still working on the new ticket barriers at the front here, where they're getting rid of the shops and opening it up, so there's a lot more ticket barriers to get through, because it was always a bit crowded when it was busy. So yeah, that's my platforms down there. So just going to have a look and see if we've got a platform come up for my train yet. So here's quite a handy new place to wait, because it's got a departure board right in the middle there, and then this is the entrance to the platforms. I think it's like platforms 15 to 18, I think, go from this side here. Yeah, so you can see there's a lot more ticket barriers than there used to be along here. There used to only be one half of that, and yeah, they've moved them, and so there's a few shops that are the other side of the ticket barriers now than there were. But yeah, it's certainly a lot easier to get through than it used to, and you've got a couple of wide barriers as well, which is always handy with the dog. Also, one other thing to be careful of on the trains down to Chichester is that you have to be in the right part of the train. So it's usually the front 4 coaches, so you should be walking right down to the end. And yeah, I usually go in the very end coach because it's usually the less busy of all of them. So yes, as I said, I've done this journey many times, so I have a kind of a favourite spot to go. And but yeah, I used to do it without Henry, but now I'll do it with him. So Henry's having his breakfast on the floor there, and then I've got my breakfast up here. So just arrived in Chichester. Hopefully you've seen a few shots of the countryside that we've been whizzing through on the way down here. So yeah, there's my train just leaving. So one of the quirks of Chichester is the train line goes right down the edge of the town, so it blocks this road. So there's a couple of level crossings that you have to negotiate here. So I think I'm just gonna actually I think I might just go over the top, so you can obviously walk over the over there. So I think we'll do that. So this is start of Chichester, just walking up from the station. So Chichester's a Roman town, so it's got 4 main streets in a cross formation. North Street, South Street, East Street, West Street. So this is South Street, walking up from the station, and we'll get to the cross and I'll show you that when we get there. Here's the start of the pedestrian area, although buses are allowed, so they can drop off and pick up. And then right ahead of us is the cross, which is the centre of the city, and that's where South Street becomes North Street. There you go, there's the cross with the clock right on the top. And then I can just point you in all directions. So that's East Street down there, and then I turn around, you've got West Street on that side, and that's where the cathedral is, and you can see there's a bus stop down there where a few buses pick up. Okay, so this one is North Street. So this is where we're heading into, the Real Eating Company. It's a small independent chain of cafe kitchens, and and it's dog friendly, so that's handy.
They went to Leaning Tower Pizza for the day.
have to admit there's quite a lot of dog-friendly shops here, so that's nice. I think the high streets have definitely realised they're going to have to start letting people with dogs in order to get as many customers as possible. So good morning, it's Sunday morning, and you can probably hear the seagulls very noisily in the background. I'm just out for a quick walk with Henry, so I'm going to take you down to see the beach. So here's the beach. So it's not much. Tide's quite far up. Over here you can see. I'll just walk on the stones a little bit. It's a stony beach. When the tide's out, you get some kind of grey sand, as you can see down there. And there's breakwaters all along the coastline here. In that direction we've got Bognor, and then in the other direction over here you've got the Isle of Wight in the distance, which I think you can probably just about see on the horizon, and then you've got East Wittering is further on that way, and then beyond that is West Wittering, and then onwards to Portsmouth in that direction. So yeah, you can see it's quite a large stretch of beach along here, but yeah, it's stony, and yeah, some sand that you get at low tide. Henry just seems a bit bemused generally about the beach. He's not used to it. And just on the seafront here, you've got Billy's on the beach. So that's a nice beach cafe. That's also dog friendly, so that's very handy. And obviously you've got the public toilets next door, and then there used to be like a little lifeguard station next door, but I think that's closed down now. So I expect Billy's will probably extend because it's quite a popular place. So yeah, this beach is quite familiar to me because my parents used to live in a bungalow very, very close to here, so only a few minutes walk to this beach. They had the bungalow prior to retirement, so we used to come down here at weekends and holidays and things, and then when they retired to the bungalow here, so obviously I came down to visit. So that was back when I was about 20, 21 when they retired. So a bit of grass is more Henry's thing. It's more what he's used to, so he doesn't quite know what to do on pebbles, so he's happy with a scrape and making his mark on the grass here. And there's a sign advertising the Remembrance Sunday service, which will be at the War Memorial in the village at 11:15, and then we're going to do the service in church at 10. So yeah, hopefully I should be able to then see the memorial garden after that. So just in the distance there, just on the road straight back from the beach, that's Bracklesham Bay, the village. It's just a row with a few shops, fish and chip shop. I think there's a pizza place and a couple of other places. So yeah, it's the smallest of the villages around here. So just coming up here on the right is the back garden of my parents' old bungalow, which is completely transformed from how it was when they were living there. I'm just going to go around the front and I'll show you that. Yeah, so this is the front as it is now. So it's, I'll try and find a picture of how it was when my parents lived there, and try and insert that in here. If not, I'll find another bungalow nearby that's the old style. But yeah, there it is, to Kestrel Close. So you can see it's Remembrance because they've got poppies on all the lampposts along here. So yeah, we're just heading up towards East Wittering, and the War Memorial is just along here, and then the church is over on the right, so I'll show you that when we get there. So here's the St Anne's Church, and here's the Memorial Garden, the fenced off area here. So we'll take a look at that after church. But yeah, this is the church. And we'll head in there, and then yeah, we'll go and have a look in the garden later. Right, so I'm just coming back to the church so that I can go and have a look at the memorial garden and find Dad's plaque. Right, so I can see the bench inside, which is where the plaques are all on. I'm just trying to find the gate to get in, so it looks like it's this one. Right, so somewhere. Oh, there we are. So yes, I think this one is the person that paid the most, or gave quite a lot of money towards the bench. So that's Brenda Lawson, and then Dad's is over here. So yes, there's 4 more people that donated. So yeah, so we've got that one. So loving memory of Father Clifford James Hankins, 12th of the 5th, 1924 to 26th of the 11th, 2019. There we go, and then this is the plot of land that's going to be used for the burial of ashes. So there's plenty of room, as you can see around here, and there's some shrubs being planted and grass being planted. So we'll have to come and have our ceremony in due course. So I'm just walking back towards the War Memorial, so I'll try and get some shots of that as I walk past, going back into the village. And then also this the development over there, their flats, their warden control shelter flats. That's where my mum and Dad moved to, and Dad stayed there on his own after we lost Mum, and before he moved into a care home. So yeah, so we have lots of connections with the village. Actually, their exact flat was on the about the second one in from the end on the ground floor, just up there. So I didn't film this yesterday, but this is the village of East Wittering. So there's quite a lot of independent shops, and there's a few pharmacies, and I don't think there's any banks left. They've all left, but there's a co-op and everything you need really. So this is the village with all the shops in this area. So yeah, a few people around, and it's a Sunday morning, so not a lot is open, particularly in the winter. Not a lot of the shops open in the winter on a Sunday, but yeah, a few. So I'm going to go and find our coffee shop, have a coffee. Right, apparently Celia and Tom also want to be featured. Right. Here they are. So we're about to go and have a coffee together. Well, one resident of Bracklesham and one part-time resident of East Wittering. Right, let's go and find some coffee. It's the pet shop. So yeah, there we go. Wittering Pet Store. Oh yeah, we've already been in there yesterday and picked up some bits for Henry. So here's the Shore pub where we're going for lunch. So yeah, it's right down on the beach, or just by the beach. Right, so I'm on my last leg walking home from the tube station. So yes, didn't take much footage of the journey home because it was dark outside. Didn't leave Bracklesham until 4:30 and got the bus to Chichester and then got the train direct, but it was a bit of a slow one, so it was a 2-hour journey back to Victoria. Right, I will just get myself settled at home and then I'll round up the video. Right, so I've just got home. So yes, travelled down to Chichester. This is a trip that I used to do a lot, down to the Witterings villages, and yes, used to travel down twice a week when my dad was there, and also nearly as frequent, or about once a month probably, when my parents lived down there. So so yes, a little bit of a nostalgic trip back and trip down memory lane of the trips gone by. So yes, so my mum and dad used to live there. So you saw their bungalow and how it looks now. Hopefully, I found a picture of the of what it was like when they lived there. And I actually stayed with some neighbours of theirs down there, who we've kept in touch and friends with. And then stayed there, and then yes, you even saw the flat that my parents moved to in East Wittering, and that's all you saw the outside anyway of the building of where they used to live. So yeah, again, many trips down to there in the past to keep an eye on them. And then yeah, when my mum passed away, my dad carried on living in the flat, so we used to go down, or I used to go down every other weekend to help him out and work at home on a Monday, so I could spend some extra time with him. And then he eventually moved into a care home that was also very close to Bracklesham village as well. So he lived there for 2 years. So yes, used to go and visit him and stay with our friends there while we were down there. So yeah, so all in all, a slightly nostalgic trip, but very nice to see all the friends that I used to see down there and stay with our friends and have a nice time. And I just also showed you the pub. I forgot to film any of the food that we ate while we were there in the pub. So that's the Shore Inn, and that's where we always used to take Dad for Sunday lunch, and to become a bit of a tradition to go there after church on a Sunday and have a nice Sunday lunch. So yeah, very nice time, and we always meet lots of people in there that we know from the village. So it's a nice place to spend Sunday afternoon. So with that, I think that's it. So thanks for watching, and I will make another video soon.